$7,500 per month business. Obviously, this is the independent freight dispatching agency right in front of you. Obviously, this will be the blueprint version of the business. We're going to reveal the 2026 game plan that we have, and obviously there will be an option working with me. It's not about joining the community or a course, anything like that, but this will be the opportunity to work with me to build this entire business. So let's have some fun. And when I was preparing for this, obviously I said, hey, this will be very casual. I want to basically give everything possible that I have, show people what's possible. And there are a lot of people with the independent freight dispatching. Some people will be like over exaggerating this. Some people over promising. And personally, I did TikTok live and then I shared this idea not buying a course anymore. I think courses are already dead. So this will be the new format going forward, giving everything possible to you guys so you can start independent freight dispatching agency. So again, this will be the blueprint version of the business. So you can copy, you can do whatever you want with it. And we'll have definitely an option where we will have a Q&A session. You will, ask questions if you wanted to, and then we'll take it from there. But I'll do my best to show you how you can build your independent freight dispatching agency. And be honest with you, I wanted to be the first one. Nobody done this before. Nobody done, meaning there are a lot of courses that people just teach saying that, hey, these are the pre-recorded videos, go and do whatever you wanted to do, but I have pre-recorded videos, go and do it. So I've done it too, I'm guilty, but it's enough. We stop doing the courses. We will be just doing the live cohort, just building right in front of the people. So anything we do, we'll be showing you what we do, what are the tools we build, what are the tools we're using, how to start and taking your independent freight dispatching agency to the next level. So without further ado, let's start and have some fun. So today, I'll do my best to show you how you can make $7,500, and there is a reason why I picked this number, so just bear with me. I'll be showing everything about $7,500 per month business. This will be obviously per month. This is the dispatching, and for many years I was preaching and teaching saying that, hey, charge 10%, charge 15%, whatever. People misunderstood this. People misunderstood because people looked into the competition saying that, hey, nobody will give you 10% of whatever the revenue they generate. So it's a ridiculous number. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. But my idea was obviously, or my teaching was, it's not about giving them finding a load, booking a load, dispatching a load. Basically help them make more money and offer more services, not just only finding loads, booking load, dispatching loads. So we'll come back to this one as well, but let's focus on $7,500 per month business, and I'll be charging 5%. It will be absolutely amazing. You guys definitely will love this. So, and I'm looking for 5 carriers. When I say 5 carriers, I don't mean 5 trucks, although we'll be kind of centering around like 5 trucks and keeping in mind 5 trucks. Why? Because 99% of the time, most of the people who watch these YouTube videos, they're newbies. Why? Well, pros, they busy. They wanted to know the strategy, the tactics, but mostly people who watching, and you can, maybe if you're watching right now, you'll agree to this, right? You maybe started and then you gave up. Maybe you're already kind of thinking about starting it. Maybe you're 9 to 5. You want to, start your side hustle business, whatever. But what I realize is that newbies, most of the time people watching these videos, these are the people who just want to go into the business and want to learn everything possible. And they kind of binge watching all these YouTube videos. Now, 5% is reasonable. Obviously, there's competition with 5%, but I will show you how you can avoid this 5%, the competition. So if you can charge 10%, getting a carrier will be harder, but then you will eliminate most of the competition. We'll be talking about those as well. We'll talk about the load board. We'll be talking about the carrier acquisition, how to get carriers. It will be right in front of you. I don't know how long this will last. I don't know. Be honest with you, I sat down with my team and I said, listen, it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be 5 hours. I don't know, but I will show them everything. The thing is, I can't keep this online, meaning on YouTube. I need to make it private or unlisted because we want to edit this video and then redistribute obviously across the platforms. So now, and I'm not expecting to watch next 5 hours or something like that, but mostly in about like hour or so, we'll deliver everything. Then we'll spend on something else. So 5%, and I'm talking about the 5 trucks. And again, when I say 5 trucks, here is the thing. I'm not talking about the owner operator. Although owner operator who owns a truck and trailer, he is a carrier, but basically this person drives the truck. Now, meaning operates the truck. That's the name, owner operator. But the carrier, I was a former carrier. I had 4 trucks. I was a carrier. So what I'm looking for, 5 carriers. I'm not looking for 5 owner operators, although it would be, option so we can test things with an owner operator, no problem. But I'm specifically focusing on a carrier who owns about, let's say, 5 trucks. That's very specific. And we'll be also talking about, so if we go back, give me a quick second, and then we will have a start here. So in the start here, we'll be talking about the market, the brand, and obviously the online presence. When we start talking about the market, we will talk about 3 main markets: drive-in, reefer, and a flatbed. So we'll come back to this one. So now the plan is obviously just keep in mind that this, like right in front of you, I will be building $7,500 per month business. We'll be charging 5%, and we're looking for 5 carriers. And again, we're not talking about the owner operator. We're talking about the carriers that own multiple trucks. What I'm trying to, I think the target audience for us for this business will be a carrier who owns 5 trucks, at minimum 5 trucks. And I'll share with you why 5 trucks. And at the same time, meaning the 5 carriers. Remember when I said when you're going into the business, newbies, most of the people watching right now, watching later when we distribute these videos, we'll chop it up and then we'll share it on platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, obviously through emails, and then obviously the Instagram. So if you new to the game, you can dispatch up to 5 trucks. When I was new into the game, I started with about 3 trucks. Then within about like 2 months, I started dispatching 5 trucks. So if you have a less than, this is the like majority of people. So if you're like quick learner and then you just like take just like that, you can definitely learn, much faster. But for most of us, it will be about like 5 trucks. Easily dispatching, it will be like no pain. 5 trucks. Just keep that in mind. But what we're looking for is 5 carriers. Now, let's talk about, start with the market, the brand, and online. When you watching right now and you're like, hey, you sharing this, are you qualified for this? I know you have a couple of videos, maybe taught a couple of, students. Then how, should you trust what I say? Well, let me say this. I was a former carrier. I owned four trucks. I ran a company, the independent freight dispatching company. I dispatched 25 owner operators. And again, those are the carriers. But obviously, just one truck, right? The owner operator who owns a truck and drives a truck. About 25. We averaged about 25 trucks. And then obviously taught thousands of people all across the globe, more than 30,000 people, learned a lot along the way. And then this is what I'm sharing with you. Why? Because when we make simple, people actually succeed with this process. And obviously when I started, teaching, I was dumping everything on a student or the person who wants to learn. But before I was teaching in my office, I was like, this is the whiteboard. I'm like drawing everything, drawing, showing, like this is the strategy, this is the tactics. And people like, what are you talking about? I'm like fairly new into this, and you already, you have maybe 2 years of experience already. You're a pro. But I'm like, stop. Just give me the basics. When I stopped and I started giving the basic, this is what I realized, that people start succeeding with just like simplicity wins. So that's one of the reasons, this is one of the reasons why I just said, like, talking to my team, I said, listen, let's make it very, very simple, because this actually works. And I'm guilty, and I'm sharing this with you. I don't know if people sharing this with you, but sometimes I think course creators or people who are selling these courses just kind of adding more things to, like more things, bonuses, whatever, to make it, I don't know, premium maybe, or something like that. But then what I realized, 90% of the time people don't like those. What they like is just straightforward, easy process, guidance, showing them, hey, do this first, do this second, then do this, and now you have a business. But at the same time, I want to say this. If you thinking right now that you will get up and running within 30 days, I hate to say it, it's not going to happen. For most people, I had a student, every Wednesday we have a coaching call or a Q&A call, you can call support call, whatever. And then the student said, I wanted to get 3 carriers by the end of the December. And I said, listen, I really wanted to help you get there, but it's almost impossible to get there. Why? Well, because you don't have audience. That means nobody knows you, meaning nobody knows you means carriers. They don't know anything about you. You haven't put any single piece of content online. You don't have an email list, nothing like that. You don't have an LLC. And by the way, we'll be talking about the LLC. Just hold on. It will be the last thing that we'll be talking about. Most people would jump into creating those LLCs. Just let's come back. We'll talk about that. And I said, no, it's not going to happen. What you need to do, you need to attract carrier first. And then a lot of people, when we're specifically talking about carriers, people will be like, I want carriers. I want carriers. How to get carriers? I'm like, okay, do you know how to use a load board? I'm like, no, but carrier is everything in this business. Well, load board is a tool. It's everything in this business, right? Very important. Yes, without a customer, you don't have a business, but it's there. Like thousands of people right now looking for a dispatcher, looking for loads. Just demand is there. I think the only thing most of the dispatchers, most of the people who are going into dispatching, what they're missing is like, is it really, like, is it possible? Will those people work with me? But what about those thousands of dispatchers out there? But keep this in mind. Thousands of dispatchers come into the game and thousands of people live this game. It's brutally competitive and capital intensive business. I always say this almost every single time when I record a video. So very important to understand this. This is a legit business. If you wanted to treat this as a side hustle, yeah, with the 1 truck, maybe 2 trucks, you can definitely do that. But this is a real business. Thousands of people doing independent freight dispatching or dispatching. So let's come back. And if we're going to make 7,500 per month dispatching business, first thing first, this is what we're doing. This is crazy. Very simple. Who do you serve? Or you want to serve a carrier, like which carrier? Let's talk about those. We have a drive-in carriers. We have flatbed carriers. We have reefer carriers. We have box truck, sprinter van, hotshot. When you say I need a carrier, let's focus on the market first, right? So who are we talking here? We want to serve somebody, okay? We said we have van, we have a flat, or we can say flatbed, and then we have a reefer. So which one? As we go, I will be sharing numbers, okay? Van makes about $25,000 per month. Just keep this in mind as we go, but then we'll come back to this one. And again, this is not, this is like, it's not a profit. This is a gross revenue. Just keep that in mind. So excuse my handwriting. It's crazy, but I'll do my best. So flatbed makes about, we'll say 35. Okay, let's do 30 because some people might say, oh, you know, the market is crashed right now. What are you talking about? Although some people making about like 40, even more. But let's be real and then keep these numbers simple. Flatbed makes about $30,000 gross revenue. Very important as an independent freight dispatcher. And I will pick one and I will go from there. And you will know that I'm not targeting everybody. I'm targeting specifically flatbed owners. And remember at the beginning I said I need 5 carriers. So reefer does about same like flatbed. It could be somewhere like 35, 40 grand or something like that. Let's be realistic and say these are like 30%. Okay, we're not charging, it's okay, we're not charging 10%, relax, although it's possible. What we said is we will be charging 5%, right? That means if a carrier makes $30,000, 10% of that is $3,000. Since we're not charging 10%, we're charging 5%, 3,000, half is $1,500. That means our goal is to make $1,500 with just one carrier. See, now we kind of understand where we're going with this. The first thing first, a lot of people asking this, like, where do I start? It starts here. Which market? Like, pick a carrier first. You want to serve a carrier? Which one? You just tell me and then we'll just work from there. I'm just showing you that this is exactly how I started, and this is it. You don't need to re-edit, like mess things around. You don't need to do that. Just pick a niche or the market. So flatbed. Reason why flatbed? Why not drive-in? Why not reefer? Let me tell you. First, when I didn't know anything about flatbed. I didn't know anything about drive-in and reefer. But I started asking people, like, if I wanted to dispatch van, like, what are my advantages and disadvantages, right? The pluses and minuses, pros and cons, if you will. So people, back then told me, and it's still valid, said that, hey, it's bloody, competitive when it comes to dispatching those, carriers. Van makes less. It makes about $25,000 or less. We're just generous with drive-in market and we say $25,000. But I said, okay, what about the flatbed? It says less competition. Okay, when we talk about the competition, if you ask me, give me the number. Okay, 60% of dispatchers, it's like up here. They are in the, the van market. All those dispatchers, 60%. But what about these like 40%? So 40% you just divide like 20% flatbed, 20% reefer. Why not reefer? Well, because of the appointments. That's what people told me. And then I started dispatching these reefer owners, and then I realized that, yes, it's really painful. So if you miss the appointment, it's gone. There are a lot of problems. You don't need to do that. But if you know, like if you have experience, then, no problem. But let's, pick the flatbed. So for this example, we'll go with the flatbed, 30,000. But again, why flatbed? It's less competition. See, when you just pick one, it becomes much, much easier. And obviously there is a bigger reason for this. What's that reason? When we start marketing, and we'll be talking about the marketing, attracting carriers and all that good stuff. So when we start talking about marketing language becomes easier when we have specific persona. Persona, obviously the carrier. We're talking specifically to a carrier. I'll give you a live example right now. If you're taking notes, please do. There are a lot of, things that I'll be sharing with you. Please take notes. So imagine there is a dispatcher wants to run ads or just some online promotions on Facebook, whatever. And they're like pitching this idea of, hey, like I'm a dispatcher, I have loads or whatever, then work with me, right? That's the noise, the 99% what I see online. That's the bullshit aspect of this business, be honest with you. So then we have this 1%. These are the people, they specifically focusing on one persona. So in the marketing language, you can say persona or avatar. That's what they say. So we are targeting specifically flatbed carrier owns 5 trucks, and for me, it's in Southeast area. That's how specific I am. I'll give you an example why I'm doing this. Specifically when it comes to like running ads, more specifically Facebook ads. And again, relax. I'm talking about ads, marketing. I'll simplify. It's very easy. I'm using like the language here, like marketing, avatar, or something like that. But there's a specific person that we need to target. That means we wanted to get this message across to this guy, and he owns trucks. That's basically what we're trying to say here. So this 99%, they're targeting everybody. And if you look at their website, you will see, hey, we do this, X, Y, and Z. We awesome, work with us. That's the message, and it's confusing. Why? Well, if I'm a carrier and I'm searching online independent freight dispatching agencies, and I look at a website, they serve everybody. They serve box truck, they serve sprinter van. They're like into everything. Everybody, come work with us. We're awesome. That pops up, really. Like, okay, you guys are awesome, but I don't want to work with you. But imagine I'm on the website. There is a like headline that the text says, hey, if you're a flatbed owner and if you have more than 4 trucks, and if you're located in the Southeast area, we have a business. Well, I'm thinking, just reading that headline, it's like, it's me. And there are thousands of people just like me. Now, my question to you is, you want to work with everybody, or do you really want to work with the carrier, like the perfect audience, or the perfect, let's say, business owner, or the perfect carrier that you really wanted to work with? So that's the entire game. And that's one of the reasons I think a lot of dispatchers out there, they'll be like, oh, getting carriers hard, and then if you get them, they will leave you, or they won't pay you. Yeah, because we're talking about this 99%, but this is a different level. So now, see, where do I start? It disappeared. It's just like that. You just need to have one market. Flatbed makes $30,000 plus minus. Go with this. That's it. First step complete. Now, moving into the brand. For the brand, now we'll be talking about the business name, all that good stuff. And again, see, we're not talking about creating your LLC. Bank account, although we'll be talking about those because very important, but we get there. See how simple this is? Brand is very important from day one. First expression matters, right? So now, brand, we need name. Straightforward. Name for your business. Dispatch Trucks, Prime Express, call it whatever you want your business. It's total okay. You can change it. You can do DBA, doing business as. Just have fun with it. Trust me, and again, this is exact, steps that I'm taking. I'm like looking at, okay, so I want to have name for my business. Okay, Prime Logistics, Prime Trucking. Okay, let me see if the domain name is available. I'm all over the place. You don't need to do that. You just come up with 3 names and just pick one and go with that. That's it. The only thing here, I want to say that don't make this mistake. Don't use your first name. Don't use your last name. Just trust the process. Don't do that. And use something industry specific, because this is a specific niche and serving specific people. Just have fun with the name. That's all. So here we talking about, for me, is the Dispatch Trucks, right? This is the Dispatch Trucks. I'll be starting, brand new company in like next month, basically. No, in the first month of 2026. So in January, the date we have is the 5th of January. This is where we, start everything and start building independent freight dispatching agency. Now, the name for me is a Dispatch Trucks. So, and when people start generating these names, I think just they confuse about the names, and then they will be generating names. Then they will be like, hey, I want to register this name with the Secretary of State. Don't do that. Just have a name. Just trust the process. Have a name. For me, it's a dispatch trucks. You can have, when creating names, you can have, okay, trucks. What else? Think anything, or like, dispatch cable, whatever. Just have fun with it. Dispatch Apple, Orange Dispatch, trucking dispatch, serve dispatch, serve carrier, anything. Just, again, the game here is to have fun with that, with the name generation. There are a lot of tools online that you can generate names, but me personally, relax. Have whatever the names pops up in your mind. Just have those 2-3 names. Pick one. That's it. Let's go. Now, this is the brand. We talked about the name. Now, domain name. When we have dispatch trucks, and again, I'm giving you an example. I'm looking at the dispatch trucks online. I want to see if that name is available. So we will have two outcomes. If we go to domain name registrar, for example, GoDaddy, HostGator, Namecheap, there are a lot, Bluehost, there are a ton of those. You can, have questions, say, hey, list those domain registrars. I know it's common sense. It's there. Just type registering domain name, type GoDaddy, and it will just pop up. Now, with two outcomes. One, it will be available. Most of the time, what you will see, 90% of the time, taken. Somebody took it already. That means you're sleeping on your idea, right? You need to act. So, domain name. Dispatch trucks, if I type in dispatch trucks is not available, add LLC or Inc. But I recommend having LLC as a limited liability company. You can definitely do that. This is a true story. When I started my trucking company, Prime Express, I'm like, Prime Express, that's it. I want that name. I had Prime Logistics, Prime Trucking, and Prime Express. And Prime Express with my Secretary of State was available. We run some, checks to see if it's available. And then, yeah, it's available. And we're like, go ahead and register that name. And then what we realized, the domain name is not available. And man, such a good name, but then domain name is not available. And we bought the domain name called Dispatch Trucks LLC. It's still there when I was starting with the car hauling. You can go right now online, type primeexpressllc.com. You will see my company, Prime Express LLC, as the website is still there. So now domain name, okay? And again, excuse my handwriting, but domain name. So it could be GoDaddy, could be Namecheap, whatever. So we're talking about somewhere give or take $10, $20 per year. That's basically it. Now, so what about the online presence? Here we wanted to talk about, very important, let's talk. If you're thinking starting your website, personal opinion, dead. Those websites already dead. Let's be honest. When you were on a specific website, for example, most of the time you are either on TikTok, on YouTube, or on Instagram, or Facebook, Instagram. But these are the top 3 platforms that we spend most, and I'm guilty. Same thing. For entertainment or for education purposes. We use either TikTok, we use Instagram, or we use YouTube for, let's say, long-form content, something like this. Don't you agree? Let's be honest, right? So that's what it is. You don't need a website. Carriers, they don't go to your website. They're not typing dispatch trucks or whatever. They don't care. Only thing they care about is, I have a problem. Can you solve? Can you book me loads? Will your website demonstrate? I know it's easy for now. Spend maybe $500 or something like that. Now you have up and running beautiful website. More specifically with AI tools right now. One prompt, that's it. You have a beautifully designed world-class website. Who cares? Like, you need traffic. That's what's important. And nobody teaches you. We'll give you the, business website, something. No. It's just a template. It's just a web page. You don't need that. But the smart way, do you want me to share that with you? And it's free. Billions of people on those platforms right now, carriers, your target audience, the people you are targeting, like people that you want to work with, they're already on those platforms. TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. These are the three. So I picked for the online presence is obviously TikTok, and then I'll share, we're not dancing here, just relax. So I'm on TikTok, a lot of creators on TikTok, a lot of businesses on TikTok. So we're not dancing here. TikTok, the reason why I picked, and I share this with my students, is that very generous when it comes to like newbies. So if you have 0 followers right now, take my words. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, but the probability you succeeding on that platform, if you do this, post 100 videos. Yes, and you'll be thinking like, are you kidding me? 100 videos posting? No. If you're not willing to post 100 videos, I think business is not for you. Like, you don't need to do that then, right? Just do something else. 100 videos, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 50 seconds. There are people literally, if you spend 1 week, just one day, let's say Saturday, block, let's say 2-3 hours, you can create whole year like worth of like 12 months. The entire year you can create the content with like 2-3 hours. You just block that 2 hours and you will have hundreds of videos. Like, trust the process. 20-30%, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds videos, less than 1 minute. You can record like long form content, and you can use tools like Opus Clip or something like that, and then you can chop it off and then have those moments, and you can share online. And again, TikTok is very generous when it comes to giving you the views that you need. We'll talk about this, and when we start talking about like attracting carriers, we'll come back to this one. Also, something very important, we'll be talking about the email list. This is what we are doing. We are building a business. We're not playing around. So if you think this is too much, if you're saying right now, first, relax. It should be, because it's a business. And second, if you're like, if this is too much, then entrepreneurship and business, I'm sorry, it's not for you. So if you think that this is too much and you can't do that, like, you don't need to waste your time. Like, you need to do something else. Business is hard. I'm like giving you literally everything that nobody gives you. So if you want to make this money, this how you go step by step. Pick a market. We picked the flatbed, $30,000 per month as a gross revenue. We have that. Locked it in. We have a name, dispatch trucks. You could have a different name. Maybe you're right now writing those names. Like, come up with the 3 names. You register that name. You just pick one and register. If that name is available, you register that domain name. That means domain name. It's not business name. Please don't spend money. You don't need to do that. Hold on. Wait. So for the online presence, we talked about the TikTok. It's free. You create a TikTok account, but here is something very, very important that I want to share with you. 99.99% of the time people fail because of this, and I failed. A lot of my students failed because of this, and we learned the hard way, and I'm sharing with you right now. With the TikTok account, before you create your brand new TikTok account, have videos ready. You heard me right. Record those videos and have them ready. Let's have those 100 videos. It could take 3 months. It could take 1 hour. It could take 5 hours. To me, be honest with you, realistically, creating 100 videos in just one sitting, one day, it's like 4 hours of work. That's it. 2-3 hours. Let's say 4 hours, the max. That's it. You have 100 videos. You have that. That's the first step. You have those 100 videos. 40, 50 seconds video. That's what I'm talking about. We're not talking about 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes of the video. No, 30 seconds. And then I will share the format that works, and I will share like my personal account, and I will give you the numbers you will see realistically. It works. It's there. Now, second, this is crazy. When I learned this, I'm like, man, when people create their TikTok account, right off the gate, they start watching TikTok videos. So what's happening, and again, I'm not the TikTok expert or something like that. We learned this hard way, and we talked to the industry leaders, expert, whatever. This is what they told us. When you create TikTok account, don't watch random videos. If you're more into trucking, watch niche specific videos. What is it? Well, if you create, let's say, if I create Dispatch Trucks TikTok account, right after I'm searching trucking, and I start watching. You can follow, but as soon as there's like random video pops up, you swipe, it's just go on to the next. You swipe until algorithm picks up and just pushes you the content, let's say niche specific, which is trucking. You will realize that TikTok algorithm, and again, when I say algorithm, is very specific way to say this. There is a machine behind, let's say, this TikTok, think AI or anything like that. There is a specific engine, works, and it knows your interests. So if you watch 3-4 seconds of whatever the video, this engine or the AI or the algorithm, call whatever you want, this system basically says, okay, this guy likes trucking. So in my job as an AI, as a system, I want to keep this guy or the person on this platform for longer. That's the number one, let's say, job for this, let's say AI or the system. So it gives me another video, and I watch, trucking videos. And I watch like there is a dispatcher, and then I'm watching, and then maybe I'm commenting, and then maybe I'm like, liking, or maybe I'm following. The more you do that, basically what you're doing is like you're cooking something very, very amazing. Like this is the system, will be ready by the time you'll be uploading those videos. Now imagine when you just teach this AI or the algorithm that you're all into very niche specific, which is trucking, then now when you post those videos 2 times per day, and again, very important, like I'm assuming you're taking notes, but very important, 2 times per day, one in the morning, let's say, 7, we tested 12 p.m. Eastern time and 5 p.m. works awesome. You can do that. Also works 7 a.m. and then 12 p.m. or either way it works, but test yourself, and then you will see those are the times that we post it, and like, man, 7 a.m. crazy, 12 p.m. awesome, 5 p.m. works. So there is I was sharing this with one of my team members. She's watching right now, and I said, listen, so I have 2 phones. One is like, I want to test this. One is very specific to my niche, which is trucking. With that phone, I just watch trucking videos. That's it. On the next phone, and you can do this if you have 2 phones, but you can definitely do that. And on that phone, on the second one, I watch whatever the random videos, right? For fun. But this is more specific. A and B. A specific for trucking. I'm watching those trucking videos, all the dispatchers, all the carriers. With this, I'm watching whatever. So I said, okay, let me test. And I went online with this random videos, right? And I have about 26,000 people following me on TikTok. And I have like 3 people watching. I'm like, what's going on? I know that if I go with my main phone that I'm really into just watching, the trucking videos, transportation, logistics, everything in between, then I get like 200, 300 people watching. Like, why this gap, right? So I did that, and then I stopped, did about like 10 minutes. Nothing changes. It's like 10 people and then just goes down to 5 people. And it stays about like averaging about 5 people. I'm like, no, bullshit. Just close this, end the live, and then go with my main phone. And with my main phone, is numbers just like climbing like crazy. 100 people, 200 people, 300 people. Test passed. Objective is complete. I'm telling you, nobody shares this. It's very important to just keep this in mind. If you want to be successful with just a TikTok, you don't need website, nothing like that. I'm not saying that we won't have website. We will definitely have, but not right now. We're not talking about funnels. We're not talking about specific email sending. No. Just very simple, off the ground. Let's have our startup going. That's what we want. We pick the market, flop it. We pick the name. We pick the domain name. We all good. And now with the after domain name, the only thing is left here is the logo. When it comes to logo, guys, let me share this real quick, and I will come back. Well, we'll come back to and then I'll show you how to create logo just for free. Amazing. And like, you don't need these fancy AIs, nothing like that. No prompt, anything. Just like 5 minutes and you will have a logo. Why logo? Because we have name for the TikTok account. We have a name, we have a domain name, and then we have the logo. Just, you can change later. This is like start, and we just go step by step, slowly but surely. That's what we want. Other than that, if you think about this, you can go into gazillion ways of, like, you can go all in creating your website, creating your LLC, all the fun stuff, all the good stuff. Now you just run out of inspiration. You run out whatever, motivation. Like, it's gone. Like, you thought that's the business that I have, right? No, you just registered a name. You spend, I don't know, $500 or I don't know, maybe $1,000. You created this, the LLC, and you thought if I spend maybe another $500 to create this awesome website, you don't need that. When people come to me and say, hey, check my website, I'm like, I haven't checked my personal website for 3 years, be honest with you. It's there, but I'm not into that. Why? Because people not there. People on platforms, I have to be on those platforms. That's it. So now, what we're doing here, we said logo, right? Now, check mark, brand complete. I had a guy spend $5,000 on a service that gave, even remembering that it's I have a what should I say? I'm trying to really avoid these bad words, but it's crazy. $5,000 to get social media accounts, like, banners, logo. You don't need to do that. Like, I'm not saying that nobody cares. People care about like professionalism, all that good stuff, but not at this stage. This is like, we're starting the engine, and we need to keep it simple. Name, domain name, logo, TikTok. Now, fun stuff. Once you have these, right, we need to have a load board. And again, listen, I'm not saying that you need to know ins and outs of these or load boards. Relax. You fairly new, you don't know how to use load boards. That's totally okay. I'm telling you, like, this is me right now starting my business. Back in the days, this is me starting right now planning, but back then I didn't have iPad and this pen, but it was just a pen and paper. That's it. So we need to have a load board, and I didn't know how to use a load board. And I wasn't thinking about the load board, be honest with you. I know that, hey, I don't have money to spend on a load board. I don't know which load board. Can I have access? Can I gain access? I don't know anything about tracking. I'm interested. I'm hustling. That's what counts. And maybe you're watching right now. You don't know anything about dispatching. You don't know how to use load boards. You don't know how to talk to carriers. That's totally okay. Be honest with you. Like, that should be. It's actually the right way of feeling. Like, that's the right feelings you have right now because you don't know. And if you don't know, it's totally okay. But most people will stop here because I don't know. So people start, commenting. Let me pull this real quick to see if we are doing good. So guys, so far so good. You guys liking it? Is it good? Awesome? Like, don't like, add, remove, whatever. So, but I'll keep going. I told you. So now let's talk about load board. So let me come back and I have this in a load board. When it comes to load board, let's keep it simple. Because you're a dispatcher, maybe you're a carrier, maybe you're looking for like strategies or anything like that. Guys, I'm not sharing strategies here because we're just starting out. We're building the business. Maybe later we'll share some strategies and tactics. Well, if I say partial to full to partial strategy with a triangle or triangular route or something like that, will that help you? No. If I show you, will that help you? You'll be like, oh wow, that's an awesome strategy, but you don't need right now, right? Because we're like starting the engine. That's the first step. I want you to relax. I want you to enjoy the Friday night. Just talk to me. Just ask me whatever you want. Just enjoy the show. Okay, let me do the work. I'm creating a business right in front of me. And again, in parentheses, this is the blueprint version of the website. That means if you follow these, you just go tomorrow and create your business. But again, when I say business, it's not an LLC. We'll come back to that, right? So, and we'll also talk about the bank accounts, which one I have online, bank accounts. Online means it's not Chase going online and creating your account. No, I mean, literally no physical address, but they're like no physical, banks, but these are the 100% online banks. You can use it. It could be any part of the world. You can definitely use that. And you can be, in this country, like in the United States, you can use it, no problem. So load boards, there are two types when it comes to accessing the load boards. They're dispatcher friendly and they're companies like non-dispatcher friendly. That means they don't like dispatchers. I mean, let me take back. It's not about they don't like dispatchers. They don't want to work with dispatchers because of the confusing the setup that people have. So let's talk about non-dispatcher friendly. DAT used to be dispatcher friendly, but again, I have something to share with you. DAT truck stop non-dispatcher friendly. That means you can get access, but it's very tough to get access to these platforms. But you have the option, 123 load board, thousands of people using it. And again, if you're like, oh man, I don't want to use 123 load board, well, because you know something about 123 load board that we don't know. And what I also know that, hey, if you say that means you're pro level, dispatcher or seasoned dispatcher. Maybe you have, 2, 3, 4 years of experience, but we're not worried about you. You just go do your business. We're talking about starting a business. That's what people interested in. That's why people, watching this. So 123 load board, and we're not dispatching. Relax. We're not going in and pulling those loads for carriers because we don't have carriers right now. Why should we worry about carriers? The only thing I worry right now is my TikTok account should have content. That's where I'm coming from. So then 123 load board is for two reasons. One is cheap. Two is dispatcher friendly. You can have access right now. Like right after this, you go type 123 load board and you have access to the load board. So what am I trying to say? For now, just avoid DAT and avoid truck stop. We'll definitely come back to these and I will show you how to get access to these platforms. More specifically, I'll show you how to get access to DAT in a legit way. I'm not talking about something, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like a legit way accessing the, DAT because they do have the process. So you can get access to the load board as a dispatcher. No MC, no DOT. 123 load board. Now we have 123 load board right in front of me. So what am I doing? Remember we talked about this 100 videos. And 100 videos, why? Why 100 videos? Why not 80? Why not 50? Why not 200? Well, you can definitely do that. If you have 100 videos, you can definitely do 1,000 videos. But it's not about that, although it's hard to do it. But 100 videos, this is where actually platform kind of knows that, hey, you're consistent. And you can definitely be like, you could be one of the success on, this platform, which is TikTok. So 2 videos per day, and then we have like 100 videos. That's basically a formula for a TikTok to know that, hey, we should push this account for, other carriers to see, or to many carriers to see, because it seems like consistency is there, and then this person active on TikTok, right? So remember, that was one of the reasons why I said create videos before you creating your account. Have you ever created your TikTok account or Instagram account? And by the way, why I said Instagram, you don't need to focus on these two like simultaneously, but you can definitely build an audience here. And again, see, building audience, very important. Building audience here, then you can repurpose onto Instagram. You can definitely do that, but please focus on just one platform. And I shared with you. And then the second reason was because what I realized when I was traveling Central Asia, that TikTok for some reason is not available for some countries out there in Central Asia. So there should be alternative, which is Instagram. Now focus on TikTok right now. I'm telling you, and again, if you just joined, we're not dancing. We're just building audience. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people there. Most of the carriers right now, owner operators, carriers, everybody, brokers, everybody on TikTok. Very, very generous when it comes to like views and everything. I'll be showing you everything. Just let's get these out of the way, and then we'll start. I'll be showing, I have all of these here, like all the tools, everything. So 1, 2, 3 load board. When we get access to 1, 2, 3 load board, and again, guys, you guys welcome to ask me questions. I do see your questions. Like some of you already liked it, everything. Recorded lectures. We also have a very productive content. Okay, cool, awesome. So we'll come back to those. 1, 2, 3 load board. What you're doing here. So we are recording these 100 videos. Imagine, and again, this is a blueprint version of it. Once I done all of these that I showed you, right? It's done. Just keep it there. Now, Saturday, I blocked everything, and I have like 100% focus on creating these content. Now, I have the load board. What I do, I basically have my phone, and I'm not even showing my face. You don't need to do that, be honest with you, because carrier, it will stop if they see, let's say if they see you, and it will be listening what you are saying within like 3 seconds or 5 seconds. If nothing about trucking, anything like that, they don't care about you. They have a problem, and they either on the platform searching for something that it will help them at least just a little bit of that pain that they have, or they're entertaining themselves. And again, it's also a way getting away from the pain. See? So they are watching those TikTok videos. So why I recommend 100% not showing your face. I'm not saying that you need to hide yourself. You just need to build an audience until you get 1,000 followers. And it's very quick to get there if you just follow these steps. It's just like that. It's happening. So I have a 1, 2, 3 load board. And remember, we get 1, 2, 3 load board. It's easy access. As I said, right after this, you can just go and, get the, account. When you logged in, I'm not saying that share strategies, tips and taxes, anything like that. You can just have a fun, and you just, open the TikTok, start recording, and you say, hey, this is a 1, 2, 3 load board, and awesome. So if you go here, you can find loads. And if you go here, you can, and I'll be showing you. I'm just, preparing you so that you can understand what we will be talking about just a little bit later. So I'm just recording it, and I'm just talking. I don't need, like, if you have a microphone, then it's good. But if you don't, it's okay to just use your phone and talk. And you record. 30 seconds, stop. Right? And you can, use, there are a lot of tools, but don't pay anything when you're starting out. It could be a Google Drive. It's just simple. Download to your computer. Download to your, into your phone. Or don't open your TikTok. Just record on your phone. Like 30 seconds. You can organize them if you will. But again, I have the tools to share with you. But my job today is to keep it like dead simple, very, very, very simple. So we know, like we understand what's going on here. Like we're creating a business, and again, I can use whatever, I don't know, terminologies is even hard to pronunciate or say it. We don't need to do that. Like no, simple, dead simple, very simple. So we recorded those videos, and I spend, let's say, okay, what about, I don't need load board. Actually, this one of the questions that one of my students asked and said, what if I don't have a load board? What if I don't want to use load board? What if I don't want to record load board? What should I do? And I said, go to DAT.com. Go to DAT trend lines more specifically. Go and see. It's just visually, it's there. It says, you can pick the market. It will say drive-in, it will say flatbed, it will reefer. Your market is flatbed. I want you to talk about flatbed. And go and pick that on DAT trend lines and have the phone. Just record and say it, what's on the screen. I'm telling you, people will watch and listen to you. If they watch about 3 seconds, TikTok will reward you, and then it will just push your videos to other people. Don't trust me? Like, man, this is very simple. It is very simple. And to be honest with you, people make this, I don't know, confusing. Like, they will make this confusing, like hard. This is like, man, like you need to pay money. See, this is what it is. Like, no, it's very simple and it works. DAT trend lines and start talking. Man, this is the phone. Like you spend 2 minutes, you will have about 10 videos. Just right there. And you can schedule it. Man, don't even bother scheduling it. Just prepare videos in advance, and then when the time it comes, just on 12 p.m., post that video. You can put, what about hashtags? Man, when I started, I didn't know anything about hashtags, nothing like that. They came later. Just post that damn video. That's it. Let the world see that video. Be honest with you. It's that simple. And I got about 3,000 like within a couple of weeks, just like that. Why that important? Because we wanted to get the live option available to us as soon as possible. Why? Because that's where the magic happens. So when you get that unlocked, that means you can do live. You can have your phone now just go live and open the 123 load board and you start talking. Just talk. You will see people will be commenting, people start following. You will see people just like, carrier will be watching, sitting on a truck stop or something like that. They'll be like, oh, there's a load board. They will stop and then listen. They don't need to do anything, but if that person didn't follow you, anything like that, TikTok now knows the lookalike audience. That means this person watched for about 5 seconds or more than 5 seconds. So this carrier sitting on his truck, parked on truck stop in Louisiana and watching TikTok videos, one of your videos live watching, that video, and somebody, talks about 123 load board or something like that. Already 5 seconds pass and you don't need to worry about this guy because there are thousands of other people just like him. They'll be like following you. That's the game. I'm telling you, that's how I do it. Like, prove it. I'll prove it. I'll show you my TikTok account and you will see. I get thousands of views by just posting videos and I get hundreds of per day, followers when I do live. And by the way, when I do live, when I talk like the camera and then show my face, I'm talking something, whatever, about tracking, nobody cares. People watch, I don't know, maybe 200, 400, 500, something like that views. But when I post load board videos, thousands of views, hundreds of comments. And if you're one of my students, if you're watching right now, there are many success stories in the group that you will see that people using the exact same strategy. And it'll get, one of our students got more than almost 500,000, 400 and something thousand, almost close to 500,000 views, hundreds of carriers commenting, saying, hey, I want to work with you. But we're not into this. We're not about comments. There's a specific thing that I want to talk about, which is the kit. K-I-T. They rebranded the company. It was ConvertKit. Now it's just a kit. That's the tool we need, and that's where the magic will happen. So are we good so far? That's basically it, right? So we have the load board. If you don't have a load board, and again, what would be the cost here? If we, go back and it will say what would be the cost here to make, and again, we're progressing to make, 7,500 per month business. That's what we are doing. When we pick a niche, obviously we're not like it's $0, right? We're not paying anything. It's free. Now, when it comes to branding, picking a name, is it paid or free? It's free. We're not paying anything, right? So what about the domain name? 10, 15, 20 bucks. It depends. Let's call it 20, right? Let's call it 25. Okay. So this $25 is per year. Okay. It's not about per month. It's not about per day. It's per year, $25. So TikTok, are we paying anything? No, it's free. So what we have here is just the $25 and it's per year. That's it. Now, what about here? Okay, let's go to load board. 30-day free trial. Here we have, right? 30-day free trial. Okay. 30-day free. Okay. So what about after 30 days? Well, you have the option. I can't remember. I think it should be 49, and then it should be I think 80 bucks. That's what we're looking for. Why 80 bucks? We'll talk about that. After 30 days, you have 80 bucks. You can do this. This is per month. So we're not talking about DAT, although we'll come back and we'll talk about DAT. 1, DAT is expensive. 2, DAT is not dispatcher friendly. As we speak right now, they're not, but Q1 changes, there are a lot of changes happening in Q1, and DAT said that they're becoming, again, dispatcher friendly load board. So you will get access to DAT. That's what DAT promised, and I shared this online, here on YouTube, on social media, everywhere, and I shared in my community the email that I got from DAT. So truck stop, we're not talking about the truck stop yet, although you can get access to it, but I don't have good relationship. Not the good relationship. I do have a good relationship, means like partnerships, anything like, in that nature. But DAT more specifically, we have long relationship, like many, many years. So 30-day free trial. After that, 80 bucks. That's it. Total, we have, I don't know, 100 bucks, something like that. Starting a business, and within 2 months, you're not paying anything. And then the 20 bucks, remember, it's just per year, just a domain name, and you must have that, right? So, and it will come back. Maybe you're thinking, okay, so we're not creating, website. Why domain name? Maybe you're thinking that, but it's not for the website. We'll come back. Remember I said something like kit? Remember? Yeah, that's what it is. So 30-day free trial. Imagine you get 1, 2, 3 load board and use it for about 30 days. Imagine you work, right? 9 to 5, you're busy, maybe you drive. If you just block 1 hour on Saturday or 2 hours on Saturday, just saying, hey, late 10, 11 p.m., something like that, I'll have maybe an hour or 2 hours just create this. Even if you're busy on weekends, right? Just have 2 hours block. That's it. Next week, same thing. Within 30 days, like this, you're not doing every single day, right? So that means if you do eight days basically, and each day might have 2 hours or 1 hour, something like that, you can create thousands of videos, these short form videos, if you wanted to. So that it's worth testing. Now, why we're doing this? What's the reason we have this TikTok and then we get posting these videos? Oh, that's where we talk about the carrier, right? Carrier everything in about business. And you know what? And a lot of people asking about, the carriers. Man, we need carriers, right? And really interesting that carriers need you. So not only like you need carriers need dispatchers. You need to like switch your mind. It's not you need them. They need you. That's what it is. Like if you just look from this perspective, don't you think like a lot of things changes? Like I need carriers. They need you. So then if you think this way, now the only thing is left is positioning yourself. In other words, we're attracting those carriers. But if you think from this perspective, from your perspective, and saying, I need carriers, then you will be chasing carriers. So if you chase carriers, they will run away from you. So I'm telling you, I just give you the secret how to get a carrier. Like change the perspective. They need you. They are in pain. They have truck payment, trailer payment. They have drivers, a lot of expenses, and they need you. They're busy. They're in pain. Doctor, patient. You're a doctor. They're the patient. They need you. So if they need you, if they need me, then I don't need to chase them. So if I don't chase them, then what should I do? I attract them. Okay? So imagine just watching this video. No offense, but just, giving an example. Did I chase you? No. I know that you want to become independent freight dispatcher and you want to make money with independent freight dispatching business. I attracted you so that I can show you what's possible with this. Don't you agree? So if you nodding and saying yes, that's basically what's happening here. You are attracting, and that's why it's important to have the TikTok account and then attract those people. You're just posting videos, you're not chasing them. So if you think, I need carriers day in, day out, I need carriers, be honest with you, like 100%, you will run into the carriers that they don't want to work with you because you're desperately looking for a carrier to work with those people. And you like doing everything possible, every market, drive-in, box truck, everybody, come to me, I want to work with you. What are you doing? You're just begging for help. Like, I want your business, please come to me. No. Like, you're very specific. You're picking these people to work with. Because trust me, carriers do this same thing. They don't want to work with every dispatchers out there. Imagine how many dispatchers out there begging for like, please, like help me. Like I want to work with you. I need money. No. And same thing with the carriers, right? If they're a carrier like, man, like I need a dispatcher, run away. Be honest, I'm telling you, run away from these carriers. I want to work with you, please. Like, hey, dispatcher, come to me. No. Like natural way is attracting carriers. It may be like, man, this is ridiculous. Carrier wants to work with you and I should run away. I ran a lot away from carriers when they said, I need you. And maybe something that I know that I want to share with you, it's not a secret, but not many people share this. On average, one carrier works with about 8 dispatchers simultaneously. 8 dispatchers at the same time. Have you ever heard about this? You thought there is a carrier looking for me. Yeah, he's looking for you because he's shopping all the time. And he's working with you, he's working with this, and he's working with that person, with me, with everybody. But who wins? Who does the best job? That's the game. You're like, if you don't like it, don't play it. On average, 8 dispatchers. Carriers work with 8 dispatchers, period. Imagine when you're talking to these carriers, they're already working with, another, 7 dispatchers, if you will. Just keep that in mind. But it's part of the game. Like you go into the sports and you like, I don't know, soccer or tennis or whatever. You don't say like, hey, I don't like this rule. Rules are there. You just play. You play. You don't like it, don't play. Go away. So carriers. We need a funnel. Again, not the funnel actual system that we're building here, but I want to talk about the funnel real quick here. So just think this triangle, right? So we have a top of the funnel, we have a middle of the funnel, and then we have the bottom of the funnel, okay? Let's real quick, this is where it gets really awesome, and I'll be sharing with you how you get like 1,000 carriers, and half of them is just gone, and then you will left off with 10% of those, and then you also need to divide by 2. I'll share those numbers. And again, like very, very simple. Please relax. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not making it hard. Just, this is the process. So carriers, I just make it like bold, big. That means these people will be coming. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Let me do this. Let me share with you something cooler than this. Now, cooler, is that a word? I should be. Okay, let's do this. Remember we said we have a TikTok, okay? And then I think this is the time where we will, I'll be showing you the TikTok account. So we have these videos, right? We posting, okay? So these are the videos. So each videos, obviously, they get views. Now, when they get views, they will check your profile, and then there should be a link. That's where the domain name comes. And you're like, well, you said no website. Why? There's a link. Well, there's a kit. Remember? KIT, very important. Just keep that in mind. So these are the videos people watch, and they're scrolling, right? And again, we're not chasing. We're just posting videos, and we let TikTok do the job. Right? Show those people. I already talked about how those people will be watching your videos, how they will discover you, if you will. So now these people, carriers, watching these videos that you post, you're not posting about dispatching, right? You're like, hey, dispatchers, like I'm posting dispatch videos to attract people who are interested in dispatching, if you will, or just an example, right? But here we're doing specifically attracting. Again, remember back the market when we started, right? We picked flatbed. In every video that you do, you talk about flatbed, 5 carriers, flatbed. If you're an owner with the, if you're in the flatbed, if you own flatbed trailers, always mention, because it's very important to attract those people. Flatbed carriers naturally will be attracted to you, okay? Remember, less competition, all that good stuff we talked about. So if you just joined, you missed a lot, so I'm sorry. Let's keep going. People will be watching these videos, and then there will be naturally I would say about 20% of those people, what I realized, because we have metrics. If you're on TikTok, you know this, you go to analytics, you can check. About 20% of those people, that means if 100 people watch the video, 20% of those videos, 20% of those people who watched it, they will go and check whatever you have on the bio. Link in the bio. Have you heard of this? Link in the bio. That means there's something, go check it out. Even I have right now, link on my bio, go check it out. So that's what's happening. When they click on that link on the TikTok, they will be going somewhere. And then now I think the time to talk about this, right? The top of the funnel, and the middle of the funnel, and then the bottom of the funnel. So there will be like, let's say 1,000 people. And again, I'm not talking about the cherry on top, meaning people will be commenting for help, and then people will be DMing you saying, hey, how much do you charge? And we'll be also talking about those, like how you handle, objections, all that good stuff. We'll talk about those. But we're not complicating, we're simplifying here. There will be 1,000 people coming from where? From these videos. And again, am I running ads? Am I pushing? Am I boosting these videos? No. I did what Kamal said, right? Now TikTok works for me. I don't work for TikTok. So TikTok works for me, right? Now pushing these videos. Let's say we get 1,000 carriers. And you'll be like, 1,000 carriers? Are you out of mind? Like, I'm not even talking about 10,000. I could have put 10,000. Millions, hundreds of thousands of people watching TikTok videos. What are you talking about? Like 1,000? Like people watch 200,000, 400,000 views, and then like you're thinking 1,000 people is too much. 1,000 people is nothing, right? Compared to this like hundreds of thousands of people online. More specifically, I'm talking about carriers. Just be with me. It's very, very small number, 1,000. So let's make this 1,000 smaller. What if I told you that you can get 10,000 people on your funnel within a couple of days? Now this 1,000 people should become, right? It's very doable. Now, 1,000 people. So these are the people, top of the funnel. They will come to whatever you have the link. And we'll be talking about that link. More specifically, we'll talk about what it is. The kit. Remember the kit. So KIT. Right off the gate, 50% of those people gone. They'll be, another dispatcher. I don't want to work with this guy. Gone. That's why we have middle of the funnel. We left off with 500 people. Imagine we're talking about hundreds of thousands of carriers, right? Hundreds of thousands. Like, think about this. Hundreds of thousands of carriers, and we're only talking about like 500 people, right? 500 people. So these 500 people, industry standard, and this is what we see, about 10% of those people, they will be really, really interested in what you have to offer. So what do you have? Independent freight dispatching agency. So then 500 of these people, right? So 10% of these people, basically, multiply 10% of these people, which is 50 people, they will be interested in working with you. So now about, half of the, like 50% will gone. They'll be interested in, working with you, but then maybe you say something, I don't know, what's your cost per mile? Or maybe they didn't like the way you speak, or maybe you don't like this, carrier. You don't want to work. They're not qualified, or they qualify you and they thought, no, it's not the right fit. No, it's not going to happen. It ain't happening, right? So we left off with 25 people. 25 people, that means 25 carriers. That's what I'm talking about, right? So remember we said we are targeting specifically flatbed with 5 trucks, for like more than 5 trucks. But again, it's just like, hey, 5 trucks between 10 and 5, let's say, right? That's what we're looking for. The sweet spot is 5 for me. Now, there is a guy who owns 5 trucks. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So now 25 carriers. We have a call. We talking. So 25 people, you have about 5 carriers will be very interested. They're ready to sign the rate confirmation to work with you. Now imagine now we're talking about like we had 1,000 people. We're now down to 5 people. Just make up your mind right now. Don't you think out of 1,000 people go through your system and you have only 5 people? Can you say to yourself that this is possible? Like 1,000 people, out of 1,000 people, you had only 5 carriers that wanted to work with you. Like 1,000 carriers and you have 5 people. Yes. Very, very doable, right? We're not talking about here like 1,000 carriers and then we have 500 people. 500 carriers. Now we have a business. No. It doesn't work that way. A lot of people will be eliminating. They won't be interested in working with you. They're not qualified. You're not qualified. That's it. They're gone. Left off 5 carriers. That's what we're looking for here. 5 carriers. That's all. And by the way, we'll be also talking about the tools I'll be showing you. Very important. This is where we hey, let's go now scale the business. I'll be sharing my tools. You can use whatever the tools available, and we can take it from there. So far, so good. Guys, talk to me. About 10 people watching. Just let me know. Are you guys liking it? Is it too much? Is it very simple? Is it too hard? Just be generous. Just is it good? You guys liking it? Just let me know that you're there and you're watching and you're enjoying whatever. So we have 5 people, 5 carriers that we have on the phone. We're talking, and now, so this is what is going to happen. With these 5 carriers, okay, so here's what we will see most of the time. This one carrier might have 15 trucks, okay? Just bear with me, 15 trucks. Like we're talking about 5 carriers. Let me just do this, and then we'll take it from there. I think it will be much easier to show you, this way. So we have 5 carriers, okay? These are the carriers, by the way. Carriers, these are not trucks. Please, just keep that in mind. So one might have 15 trucks, okay? 15 trucks, ridiculous. Look at this handwriting. Now, then, second carrier might have 5 trucks, okay? 5 trucks. And maybe this carrier, another carrier, third carrier, might have just, 2, okay? So another carrier might have just 1. Another carrier, let's say, might have, 3. So these are the numbers. Why is that? Because only 1% or 2% of this entire 5 carriers will, if you have 5 carriers, there will be 1 carrier that will have about like multiple trucks, like 10, 15, 20 trucks or something like that. If the bigger the number, they won't be interested, obviously. Maybe there are some reasons. But these are the people usually looking for dispatchers. It's like 5, 6, 7 trucks, 5, 6, 7 trucks, about 10 trucks or something like that. So when you start talking to these people, and again, we're talking to these people, not just emailing them. I mean, not just cold calling them, nothing like that. Remember, we attracted these people, and there is a way I will be showing you. So now we have the system, and then now we're talking to these people. So from here, if you're new, so your focus should be when you're starting out, either this person, right? Either this person, just have owner operator, and please, like, I don't want you to misunderstand this, please. 1 truck, and I remember I said we're shooting for 5 trucks with 1 carrier, right? 5 trucks. But now I'm saying that, hey, you need to have carrier with just 1 truck, which is owner operator. The reason why I'm saying, if you never ever dispatched, never, you're fairly new, work with this guy. Why? Well, many reasons. One reason is this guy will work with you in convincing this person there's no problem. Already convinced, already wanted to work with you. And most of the time what you will realize, this one owner operator, maybe he's new in the game, but be careful. New MCs, always pain in the ass. It's really painful to get a load, for these people. So brokers don't want to work with these people. They need at least like 180 days or something like that. Something like that. But then there's some brokers that willing to work with these new MCs. So what about, okay, we are somewhere hour and a half. Good. So far, so good. Should we continue? Work with these, like this guy, owner operator. You're testing. It's okay if you miss something, if you couldn't deliver or anything like that. He will forgive you, right? You'll be okay. So you tried, he tried, it's totally okay. Now you have some experience, let's say a week or 2 or something like that. I'm telling you, if you're a dispatcher and dispatching truck for about 2 weeks, now you're becoming pro. You will feel that, right? Hey, you already talked to a carrier, you convinced that carrier, and he's working with you, and you just booking loads, not working, totally okay. This guy, gone. That's one of the reasons why you don't want to focus on these guys. Just save them, right? So now we're getting the experience. Like, can you see where we're going with this? So now you can focus easily another carrier that has 1 truck, or you can focus on the carrier who has 2 trucks. Okay. Now, why? You wanted to, as a dispatcher, right? As a dispatcher, you can only, remember we said you can dispatch up to how many trucks? Up to 5 trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'll erase this, for you. There you go. So avoiding confusion. So that's basically it. 5. Let me do this. There you go. 5 trucks. You can easily dispatch 5 trucks. If it gets more than that, this is where it becomes challenging when you have less than 6 months. So when you start dispatching and you know what you're doing and it's good, now you're progressing, now you have a DAT Load Board account because you have a carrier, all that good stuff. And again, see, look, progressively, step by step, we'll be adding later. Now you have up and running business. Now let's come back and talk about the kit. Let me start showing you what is it, but before we go there and start showing what I have to show you, like I have the tabs open for you. We also wanted to talk before we go there about the kit, what is it, and the tools that we're going to use in dispatch. So kit is the email marketing tool, and we're not affiliated, nothing like that. It's not my company. It's an awesome company. Go do convert kit, do some research, you will see. It's basically, it will be delivering your emails. It will capture the emails and it will be delivering emails. You can do all sorts of things. That's basically it. So let me share this with you and then we'll take it from there. So basically, when a person sees you online, let's say you are online doing whatever, TikTok videos, when they click on the link in bio, they have your domain name, whatever, the www, for example, ynz.com, right? They click and then it will go to something called a landing page. It's very easy to do it. Like I can show you within 10 minutes you will have, because they have templates. That's what it is. It will say something like, hey, if you want this, if you're interested in working with me, it could be a video, it could be anything. So it could be broker's list, it could be anything you can think of. So, and then there will be hey, you can absolutely, if you don't want to focus on this, don't put anything. And I do see people don't put anything. I'm just saying you can get more people opt in whatever you're offering. It's just like people can just give you the name if they're interested in working with you anyway. So this landing page, they will click on this link, okay, this link, and then it will go to the landing page. It's simple web page. On that web page, you will say, hey, give me your name and your email address, right? And then they should give you the consent that, hey, yes, you can email me, something like that. So that's basically very important to understand this piece of the information here. We're not chasing, we're attracting. Remember, we're not chasing. So that means this carrier giving his email so that we can follow up with him and say, hey, you're interested in our services? This is what we do. See that? We give them the piece of the value using the social media platform, saying this is what I have for you. If you need more of these, if you want me to help you, here's the thing, click there, and then they click. Remember about those 1,000 people that I was talking to? Okay, so 1,000 clicks, okay, 1,000 people come to this page, you will eliminate half of these people already. That where the 500 people is gone. Because they're not qualified. Because they don't want to give you the email. So they're gone. And we left up with 500. 50% is gone. This thing does that elimination. See how we're building? I showed you, I told you, and then now I'm showing you. So that's what's happening. 500 people gone. So when they will give you name with the consent, saying that yes, you can email me, right? So then give you the email, then they will click. There should be a button saying, click to send whatever, or just opt it in, right? Opt into whatever my email list. So they will go to the second page where basically it says thank you, just like 2 words, thank you. That's it. They will see that, they'll confirm that, okay, I think this person received my email. That's it, they're gone. They can do whatever they want. Now what's happening behind this kit, and again, this is what it is, kit. System will take that email and put into the file, or put into cabinet, or put into system. Just think about that way. In that email, this is the system, right? In that email, will go to the system automatically, you doing nothing. This system works for you 24/7, 365, non-stop. So this will go to the system, and then system periodically, right, will be emailing to this carrier. Okay? Oh, what should I write on these emails? What should I put in these emails? Man, you have ChatGPT. Use those AI tools to create these emails. Just tell them that, hey, first email should be welcome, thank you. That should go instantly, automatically. And how am I going to do that? You're not doing it. Kit does this for you automatically. You just set up. I can show it to you. We can do another video maybe. It's just 5 minutes. You set up, forget it. That's it. Now you have 24/7, 365 system working, for you. That's it. It's very simple to do it. Like 5, 6 years old can do it. Very easy, step by step. Okay. So now this email, welcome email, will go directly to my carrier right now. And then it will be oh, remember, thank you, right? Up here, the second page, thank you page. And when I'm reading this and I'm checking the phone, oh, I already received the email because it's automatic, right? So then opens up and it reads, it says something like, hey, thank you for whatever the email, you'll be receiving emails from me. There will be a ton of value from me, something like that. This is where the most dispatcher fail. They're like, I have the system, now that's it. I'm not gonna do anything. So keep it very simple. If you found something online very interesting, you can screenshot it. Very simple. Go to DAT trend lines, read something important, screenshot that thing, and just give some, one of your, I don't know, just a small thought. What do you think about? Keep it very, very, very simple. I'll give you an example. There is a screenshot, shows flatbed, Southeast area, and it says national average rate per mile is $2.50 for a reefer or for a flatbed. Let's keep it flatbed because we're attracting flatbed owners. So, and I screenshot it and I put it on my email. And again, it's automatic. I set up once, I just forget about this, right? And that email says $2.50 flatbed national. And I'm writing, is it really $2.50? Is DAT right about this? I'm just asking questions. I'm boom, send. 1, 2 sentences. That's it. Don't overcomplicate, please. And then carriers will respond saying, oh, no, it's a bullshit. No, we have, I don't know, $2 or something like that. Now you get the communication, right? Now the conversation started. Now you can email back, chat, do whatever you want. And then obviously you can schedule a call. You can say, hey, let's talk. I'm doing this or that. See how this goes? Very simple. And it works. Okay. So how many emails? Well, what I realized, 5 emails, I think it's enough to send them. First one goes automatically, immediately. 2 days later, you show them something. Hey, watch a video, even funny video about trucking. Have that link. Put some thoughts on it saying, hey, I like this. This is ridiculous. I just want you to watch this, something like that. And again, I'm not talking about that we're in the second stage, we have an LLC, we're already dispatching, we need to do this. No, I'm saying we get, we're starting the engine. This is where the most people will stop and fail, and they will be independent freight dispatching it's tough. No, it's very easy to start actually, right? So 5 emails, 2 days, right? First email immediately. After 2 days, there's an email. After 2 days, there's an email. And in one of those emails, I want you to talk, and this is what I will be doing. I'll be talking about myself. I came to this country, I did this and that. There's a personal touch. There's a personal story that I, started this. I learned dispatching this way, whatever. And just put that and then send. That's it. So this, in marketing language, we called nurturing, or this specific sequence called nurture sequence. See, if I said nurture sequence, you'd be like, what are you talking about? That's basically it. That's what it is. So this is why you need Kit. Okay, now Kit, how much is it? It's for 1,000 email. It's free. 1,000 emails. It's free. Unless you want some fancy automation or anything like that for those of you geeks out there. Like for most of us, no. Just keep it dead simple. It's free. You don't need to pay anything, right? Like 1,000 email list. That means there's 1,000 carriers on your system. And then when you connect this, you just have this link. And again, this is where you will be connecting your custom domain, right? Dispatchtrucks.com. I don't have no website, nothing like that. I haven't spent anything. Well, will I keep Dispatch Trucks this way? No. But then later I'll create my personal brand. There will be like awesome, website. This is where I will get some testimonials from my carriers. Then I'll put those testimonials on my website. And remember, be honest with you, these are the one of the main reasons why people will give up and not start, independent freight dispatching, because they think very, very hard about creating an LLC. Do you see any LLC up here? Am I talking about any LLC, any sole proprietorship, anything like that? Taxes, anything? No. What about bank account? No. What about Secretary of State registry? No. What about business, website, 500, 1,000? No. What about AI tools, anything? No, nothing. Very simple. We talked about this. If you just joined, you already missed it. We can't go back. But that's basically it, right? So this is how I'm going to do it. So far, so good? Awesome. Now, tools. And then we'll go and then I'll start showing you around what I have for you. So, by the way, guys, I think I forgot to mention, some people think that, hey, I'll be, revealing whatever, the Black Friday deal, anything like, it's already there. I'll release it on Monday. So if you wanted to go and check that out, it's there. School.com/dispatch trucks. That's basically where we on January 5th, this is where we will be I'll be building. This is the blueprint version, obviously. This is I'll be creating, what I'm saying right now, I'll be doing everything live in front of the, small group that I have. So you want to be a part of it? That's what it is. So let's do this, tools. Okay, so let's go to tools. Okay, now remember we talked about the kit we already talked about, right? So let me put this up here and we'll do this. So kit is your email marketing service. It's basically your mailing service. Think about it that way. It will receive emails. It will keep those emails. It can segment. It can say, hey, this is a truck. I'll show you. It's this is a 5-truck carrier. This is a 2-truck carrier. There's a little bit of automation, but again, it's very easy to do that. So if I can do it, you can do it. Don't overthink it. It's very simple to do it, be honest with you. Specifically with AI right now, you just give them a prompt. It can build your system right in front of you within a couple of seconds. So Dispatch TMS, that means it's not name, although it's a name of the company, but then Dispatch TMS, and again, there's a reason why I say Dispatch TMS and not saying Truck TMS. Why? Well, because we don't need Truck TMS, because we are dispatching, we need tools. Okay, now we're keeping very simple. Kit is free, right? We're not spending any money here. With Dispatch TMS, right up front, be honest with you, for my students and for my community, it's free. For the general public, it's $297. So it's not public yet. So if you wanted to be part of it, and again, don't it's kind of shameless plug-in, obviously, but then, hey, I feel obligated that, hey, I do this project happening on January 1st, where I'll be building right in front of my community, students, the private community that I have. And obviously it's a paid community. So people already paid, people already there, and then I will be building right in front of them. And for them, it's free because it's part of the Black Friday deal. So it's there. I have many tools that I will be sharing with them for free. And obviously there's limited access, but then they will get the access. Now let's talk about this TMS. Specifically, it should be dispatch, and it's not truck TMS, because we're not trucking company. We're not managing our trucks. What we need is specific workflow, specific for dispatchers. That's what we are looking for. So this is truck dispatch, and again, you can say 0 for students, and this is for general public is $297 per month. I know it's kind of expensive, but it's an awesome tool. I'll show it to you. So for students, it's free. So then we have CPM calculator. There are a lot of tools out there. You can use it, but then I have specific tool, and I'll be sharing with you right now. And again, this is for, it's free for students, and you can have the free version of for general public, like you can use it, no problem. This is everything. If you don't know CPM, which stands for cost per mile, there is no way for you to come up with the awesome rate per mile. This is what you see like dollar per mile, something like that, right? So if you don't know cost per mile, forget about rate per mile, right? So these are the tools. And again, we'll talk about this tool later, very important one. Let's talk about the dispatch TMS. Okay, let's go step by step. I'll just close this. So far, so good, guys. If you have questions, please. Probably about like 10 people watching. Thank you. Let's go and this, remove it, and I will add this first one. Okay, this one. Now, let me share my screen, and then I'll show it to you. Share screen. There you go. Give me a quick second here. Okay. There you go. So this is the TMS that I'm talking about. This is specifically for dispatchers. It's not for truckers because I was a dispatcher. I teach dispatching, and I know everything about the process, the workflow, the framework, and anything. Mostly workflow, right? How dispatchers work. This is like when we were building this, it's like first person in mind is a dispatcher right in front of the computer working. What's the first step? What's the second step? What's the third step? Everything in this. You managing how many carriers you have. 1, 10, 50, 500, doesn't matter. This is where you will be managing. And again, there's a, join the waitlist. If you wanted to join the waitlist, you can definitely do that. But again, it's not available for the general public, be honest with you. So now let me show you what will be inside, and then we'll take it from there. So let me share this. You guys see this. This is inside. Let me go there, and I do have a lot of, let me close this. And I'll also show other tools as well that we talked about. So this is the fun stuff. Be honest with you, you don't have to, miss this. Just like be with me. Now, this is, so let's go to load board. This is where you get loads and you basically connect whatever the load board you're using, connect to your load board, and then it will automatically pull, or you can manually add those loads. Right now, people doing like using Excel spreadsheets, something like that, you can definitely do that. And I don't recommend, although it's free, you can definitely do that. But this is where you can add basically the load. It's just like, maybe 2 minutes and that load is there. Now, what you can do, you can move these loads. It's available load. These are the covered loads. There's the in-transit load, delivered load, invoice load. You can connect your, the factoring company, right? So you can add the operation side of it. It's like you can keep carriers, how many carriers you have, all that good stuff. If you have team of dispatchers, how many dispatchers you have, real quick, in dispatcher workflow, how many loads does whatever. As you can see, this is specifically designed for independent freight dispatching because you will be getting, let's say, hiring more dispatchers, getting more carriers, and this is the TMS specifically designed for the carriers. Now, this is TMS. Let me go real quick, and again, this was the last. Remember, I showed you. Let me see if you guys seen the exact one. Okay, there you go. So this is the tool that we have, is the rate con converter. Number one nightmare is the rate cons that we have. We get emails, and then they're all buried inside like the thousands of other emails that we have. This tool basically pulls all those emails and gives you the nice, like the analytics that you like never saw before. So it kind of extracts, it gives you the like average rate per mile, your best lanes, top brokers. You can build lanes from there. Amazing tool. So this comes later when you start dispatching. When you get your first, rate confirmation, this is what you need. Now, this is the tool, and again, the students who will join the Black Friday deal, and then the students that we have right now, they will get free access, the 6 months free access. But for the general public, we have $49 per month, and then we have $99. So it's available right now. If you're a carrier, if you're dispatching, you can definitely give it a try. So other than that, for dispatchers, 6 months free. Now, we talked about kit. This is it. This is the kit. It used to call Convert Kit. This is your email marketing tool. You can do whatever you want with this. This is the entire system. It's ridiculous that, let me go there. Maybe they changed just, as you can see, now up to 10,000. Forgive me, I thought I said 1,000. It's up to 10,000 subscribers, like email list. It's free, zero. Imagine this, right? So if you get, let me do like monthly payment. Okay, cool. So the creator, it's like 39, 40 bucks. And you can get up to 1,000 subscribers. To me, it's like, how on earth? Oh, okay, just the newsletter, right? It's very limited when it comes to like how many emails you can send. The automation is not there. Those are the things that you're missing. But hey, it will do the work for you just when you're starting out. Then once you start dispatching, you start making money, then you can definitely upgrade. So not when you're starting out. Don't spend money when you're starting out. Keep it, that simple, or very simple. Now, what we have here, Trucker CPM, this is what it is. Guys, you can go to truckercpm.com. It's there. It's basically, this is like you're calculating when you're talking to carriers. Remember, we talked about these 5 carriers. This is how you will be like, hey, I want to know your cost per mile. This is like, this will show to people, to the carrier, that you know what you're doing, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, obviously you need a little bit of a training, knowing about like the cost per mile and how to calculate. But it's like step by step. It's everything is here. Average 10,000 miles per month. Keep that in mind. Cost, fixed cost, and variable cost, and just click calculate. That's it. Number, it's there. Boom. You have $1.80, something like that. Hey, that's your cost per mile. Now I'm shooting for, let's say, $2.80 per mile. That's my job. That's it. I don't need to call every single time when I'm dispatching load. So far, so good. Now, we also talked about the TikTok. I don't know, maybe for some reason when I share TikTok, the audience the audio disconnects. I don't know, but I'll do my best. But at least if the audio disconnects, it happened last time, but I'm warning you, if, let's say I'll share the TikTok account right now, if the audience disconnects, just pay attention on the left or my mouse, right? You will see I'll be showing you the views and all that good stuff, and then we'll take it from there. So if the audio is there, it's good. So let me share. So if you can hear me, that's awesome. If not, so look at this, right? See, 2,000, what is it? 258,000 views. And we have 214,000, 258,000, 96,000, 74,000, 92,000, 96,000. Look at these numbers, right? So, and what I'm doing, I'm sharing just a video. Like remember I showed you this phone, and I'm recording the screen of the load board. Now, we also talked about the logo. So let's talk about the logo. There is a tool called Canva, right? You go there and you click on create, and you go to templates, you type logo. You have hundreds of thousands of logos that you can edit. Don't use them as it is. You can use it. For example, if you take this one, right, and then you just say customize this one. The thing here is very important. I mean, let me go back. I'm sorry. Let's go. I think I'll do this. Okay. So we shared this, right? You guys saw this logo. We clicked on. So I think you guys already. Well, let's click on this one. So it will go to this page, and I will share this page. So here you go. Right now you guys see it. There you go. Yes, you guys see it. Awesome. Thank you for all of this critical information. Cool. Awesome. I hope you guys stay a little later because I want to show you something interesting here. So what I was showing you. Okay, cool. I'll show you this. I'll close this and I'll focus this one. Okay, cool. You see this logo. This helps you not starting from zero, basically. That's the logo, right? Now, watch what's happening here. And again, I'll do something. I don't know. Maybe we can call prime. We'll do prime, and just bear with me. I'm just showing you. Let's do not Prime Studio, Prime Dispatch. Okay. So I'm just playing around. Just bear with me. Let's do this. We can do something like. We can do, as you can see, I'm not a pro at this, right? And for some reason, my mouse is not listening to me. Cool. So what about this thing? What if I do change the color? Let's say, maybe I'll do this. What if I do, so corners, for example, what if I do like this, right? For example, and what if I change this color to whatever? What if I do yellow? No, what if I do this color? Okay, cool. So I have this color. Can I change the, okay, oh, okay, cool, awesome. Can I do this? What if I do this one italic? Can I do, okay, will that work? Boom, 2 minutes. You don't need to spend any money. That's it. What you can do is just share up here, right? Download PDF. I mean, well, let me show you. Okay, you download PNG. You can do transparent if you wanted to. I think transparent you have to pay. I think it's like $15 per month or something like that. But free version will do the work for you. You have a logo. Like, look at this. You can name whatever you want. Like, what is your name, right? Remember we talked about the name, the domain name, and the logo. That's like download, that's it. And you upload, okay? You can do triangular, you can do square, you can do, I don't know if we can change this, maybe, but you can do like a square thing. You can just have this and make a copy, and then you could just go there and like, hey, what if I just delete everything and start from scratch, for example? What if I delete this border, and what if I do this or something like that? You can do whatever you want with this. And you want to add a text. Most of you guys already know how to build this, right? So you can add text and you start working and you just download. And you can just put like Prime Express, you just put PE or something like that. You can change it, the font, the size. You can do whatever you want with this, right? Let's do this. Let me pull this and let's do this. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just playing around, and then if I do this, okay, what if I do, for example, what's happening? Okay, so what if I do something like that, and then, oops, and like this is crazy. There you go. What if I change this to a different color? You can definitely do that. Maybe you can, oops, no. What if I take this? Will that work? What if, okay, cool. What about the background? But I can do this. Can I change it? Whatever. Well, you got the idea, right? So if I go from here, then change it, then I'll be able to change it. What if I make this white? There you go. Awesome. So now, there you go. That's the logo. Can that be your logo, Prime Express? I don't know, maybe. But hey, you can change it later if you wanted to. So that's basically your logo. Cool. Now, this is the 1, 2, 3 load board. Cool. Yes, we need to talk about this. This is the 1, 2, 3 load board. So we have the Premium Plus, as you can see at the left. That's the logo. I mean, that's the 1, 2, 3 load board. You can go to talk about. Imagine, let's take this perspective. This like very new, nothing. You don't know anything about dispatching. I'm not saying that you dispatch. You go and you just do a little bit of a digging and like, hey, you recording it and you like, Okay, this is load availability. Like green is good, red is bad, and then obviously orange is neutral. This is where we get loads, right? See, Texas, wow, how many loads? Like, you just hover over there and then like you just record this. It's already 20 seconds. It could be 50 seconds. And then a second video could, oh, look at outbound in Texas and intrastate and then inbound. Guys, do a little bit of a research. What is inbound, outbound? Well, outbound is like how many loads leaving that state. Inbound, how many loads comes into that, how many loads come into the Texas, for example. And we're not talking about interstate, we're talking about intrastate. There's like how many loads like we can pick up within Texas and deliver within the Texas. So loads that never leave, let's say, Texas. And you just like look at it, like 932, and then we have intrastate 555, and then 1,574. Wow, there are a lot of loads coming into the Texas, but less loads leave the Texas. Already 50 seconds. Boom, second video. Can you do this? Of course. Can I do? Of course. I can do that. I'm not even like talking about, look at the planner. Hey, I think they have the new one, Trip Builder. That's what they called. So let's build a trip. This is how am I going to, don't lie if you don't have carriers, right? You're right in front of a live audience. Don't lie. If you're already doing dispatching, then you can say, hey, this is what I do for my carriers. If you never dispatch and you will be dispatching, say it. I will be doing this for my carriers. Okay? This is how I will create new trip. Okay? Click please, before recording it. Can you just go and, let me close this real quick. There you go. So before recording it, please just do a little bit of a research. Read here and there, just like, and you can also practice. While you're practicing, you can record. And that becomes your content to attract more carriers. We're not even talking about finding loads. This is like where the magic happens. And this is endless. And you will be just like, you can like have this phone and then record and you're like, okay, there's a prime quality transport posted load 4,000. Oh, that's actually $2.80 per mile. Wow. Let me click and read more about it. See what's happening? Can you do this? You can definitely do that, right? So, awesome. Guys, before I let you go, remember we talked about the Black Friday. That's basically it. So we announced the date, January 5th. Remember we said that what will happen. So let me share this with you. So this is the academy that we have, or the closed group that we have. This is where, as you can see up here, January 5th, this is where we're launching. And then this is where we start building. And this is start building with me. This is not a course. This is you in real time. You will see me building. Okay. So for those of you who are not interested, you can definitely, we've done with the training. You can do whatever you want. But hey, if you need something awesome, just stay with me and then I'll share it with you. So basically I said, listen, no more pre-recorded videos. We basically omitting, deleting, those courses that we have will never be available again. We will just delete them forever because we're not willing to update them because we don't believe that courses work. I think courses dead. What works right now is the live cohort-based teaching. That means if you wanted to show me how am I going to build a dispatching business, can you show me rather than telling me? Can you show me? Like, can you show me how to do step by step? Like, this is what you showed me. And then can you do it actually so I can see it? Can you like do it live every single day or 2 times per week or 3 times, whatever? I'm willing to be with you until you just show me everything, how it works, but you have to show me. This is where the idea came from. Like, this never done before. It's like how many people out there, like, go do research online. You'll see all the courses are pre-recorded, and then there's maybe some online course creators give a little bit of maybe support here and there, live sessions, right? I'm doing live sessions. Not many students like live sessions. There may be 2, 3 people maybe liking it. That's all. But what people really want is me doing it and showing to you. Most of the courses right now online, they're not doing themselves anymore. They did it. And that's one of the reasons why they're selling the courses, because I think that's the main income that they have. And obviously it's a lucrative business selling courses. I've done it. And I'm like, the killing part here is people don't take action. It's like less than 5% success rate. It's demotivating for course creator and mentor or coach, whatever you want to call. But I want to call myself, or at least I think like I can say that the title I want to have is entrepreneur rather than just a guru or something like that. I don't like that, be honest with you. Coach, no. And that's why I decided to do it actually. And I will build the business right in front of you, doing everything that I showed you, obviously, and using all the tools until I get the career, then careers, and showing you the process, how am I getting, paid, all that good stuff. But I want you to understand this in one live session. It could be like 10 hours or something like that. But I don't know if it be realistic. Even it's like 5 hour, 6 hour live session, I'm already tired. I can't deliver. So I'm a human being, and it's just, as you can see, I can, run out of energy. And there are a lot of things that I plan to talk, like LLC, all that good stuff. It's very tough for about 2 hours talking nonstop, showing, and obviously keep the audience engaged. And even though they're like averaging about 10 people watching, and thank you. So that's basically what I have. I'm no more talking. I have every tools that I have, and it's not a course, it's not a coaching call. This is me live starting on January the 5th. I'll just start and get the career. You will see me talking to a carrier. You will see me talking to brokers. You will see me getting access to these load boards, building those like audiences, right? Attracting carriers, convert kit, everything I will be building right in front of you. You will see it. So that link, obviously it's there for you that I shared with you. You can just, go ahead and, take a look just for fun if you wanted to. That's the link, school.com/dispatch trucks. So don't think that this is a course. I said 2026 game plan is this. I told you that I will share with you. In 2026, we really wanted to build the personal brand rather than pushing, Dispatch Trucks is one of our brands, right? We will be pushing the personal brand, entrepreneur, and then entrepreneur does this and this and this. What I mean by that? Well, because I build with my team the tools that you saw. The Dispatch Trucks TMS, we built it specifically for dispatchers. We have, checking the double brokerage, basically. There is a tool that, catches these bad actors. We have that tool we use internally. We never share it online. But team members, they know, and I'll be sharing this, tool with my students. And then Rucon is obviously one of the, success that we had. This tool I'll be sharing with my students, and I'll be using those tools, obviously getting access, talking to DAT, accessing, I'll be pretending like I never done dispatching. That's the whole game, because I already have audience, and it's not fair, be honest with you. Just, hey, you have audience, you have everything, it will be easy for you. No. I'll be like building from scratch, like brand new account. I'll name it. I'll just keep the name Dispatch Trucks because I like it. And then obviously for the keyword that I also need to teach you why I picked that name. And that's one of the reasons why I picked it for teaching purposes as well. And I'll show you in connecting everything, and it will be like very easy steps. I'm planning within 90 days that I can get a carrier, and again, pretending that I don't know anything about dispatching, but at the same time, I will be sharing strategies that I developed over the years, because that's the juicy part, right? Like, you need to know these, like, hey, I need to know your strategies, why you do this, why using Kit but not MailChimp, or why not Aweber or the other tools like Active Campaign, I think another one. So I used to keep it very, I think, technical, people didn't like it. I would like, hey, here is like funnel. This is like the system that I built for you. And I like meant no. People don't like that. People wanted to learn fast, the easy way, and they want you to build, and they wanted to watch you building it, and that's what we want, right? So imagine, and I will leave you with this, is like, imagine we have puzzle, basically. I'm building it right in front of you. Instead of me telling you, hey, here's the puzzle, just go do it. See that? That's a dispatching business. Go ahead and build it. Whatever questions you might have, just let me know. That's what 99% of people doing it. So me, like, hey, here is my box. It's like 10,000 piece puzzle. And then you have the exact same one. Okay, open the box up. Okay, pick that first piece, put it here. Okay, see, here's the second piece, third piece. And then by the time I finish, you will finish, and then you will have the up and running business. So that's the plan. And be honest with you, nothing guaranteed. I might fail, but although failing is less than 1% because I already done it, I know what works, I know what to say it, what not to say it, I know what systems work, spend thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching and the systems that I tested, on ads, thousands of dollars spent on ads. I know what works. And that's what I will be sharing with you. And if you wanted to be part of it, that's basically it. And that's the Black Friday deal that I have. And what I said in one of my team members watching this, and I said, be there because I want you to be there. And I said that no more courses. Like after this, we'll be eliminating everything, deleting, and just we don't want to do courses anymore. There's many reasons. One of the reasons, like what we realized that people copying those courses, selling online, there are multiple. I will take a chance here and then talk about this real quick. There are a lot of online people, bad actors, basically copying the courses and selling it. They're making it like, hey, it's my course, and then selling it. There are a lot of bad people. Just don't buy from them. If you see my courses, just run away from them. They're the scammers. So what I realized that there are a lot of people copying my books, copying my courses, putting into text, selling it on Amazon. So I have those too. No, well, I have a lot of TikTok accounts, the scammers copying it, posting my videos, pretending that it's me, my logo is there. Students be like, well, I'm kind of confused. We have another, account. I'm like, no. So what you're doing with those? Well, I have the plan, but then for now, I'm just letting go, let them people play. But those are the things obviously demotivating me. And I was like, hey, I wanted to build online. And that's one reason. Then second reason, I want to be the first. I don't think, and I did my research, be honest with you, nobody done this before. Like live, basically creating business from scratch. And I'm doing it, I'm sharing with the audience. And obviously, some part will be publicly available, but mostly what to do and then how to do it will be reserved for my students. Why? Well, because it's not fair, because these people paid and wanted to be there, and then exclusivity should be there. It's not ethical. These people paid, and then I'm like, hey, sharing everything online. So that's basically it. I want to say just thank you guys for everything. Giving your attention to me is everything. Averaged about like 10 people, watching this. Thank you. If you wanted to be part of it, it's like, and again, this is not a FOMO, not the, techniques that I, will be using, like marketing tactics. Hey, door will be closing. Although door will be closing midnight today, and we'll close it. We might have different offer later, but then obviously this offer will disappear. So, and why small number of people? Well, because the tools that I can share are limited, my resources are limited, my attention obviously limited, and I can only do certain amount of people. And why those people? But here's the thing I want you to think. I wanted to prove that it works. And second, I want people to tell me about your business, like about my business, saying, hey, this guy built this right in front of people, and we built the business, and then so that I have the, testimonials on our website, and we're building the brand. Remember, 2026 is the game changer for us. It will be just like 360, like we'll change everything. The way we deliver the content, the way we teach, the way we, run the business. Obviously, there will be a trucking business, you will see. And the best part, I forget to mention, if you wanted to be part of it, we will be hiring, obviously, dispatchers for our trucking company from that because I rather prefer working with the dispatcher who trusted in me, worked with me, and obviously I taught them. They know everything because I know that I shared everything. They use my tools. They understand what it is, and then I'll be hiring those people, meaning doing business with those people, because I'll be creating. This is like I'm coming back because I failed my trucking company and I want to, redo it. So Prime Express will reborn, and then we be getting more trucks, and you will see all of it. And we also planning into like having a brokerage account, obviously. Be a broker. You will see me talking to the shippers and everything. So if you wanted to be part of that journey, you can definitely be it. It's awesome. Be honest with you. Project. I'm not talking about the awesome deal or anything like that. You can definitely go and check it out if you wanted to. But what I'm telling you is that 2026 this is where we will be changing everything. It will be the game changer for us. We came to the market, and obviously that's one of the reasons why I said one of my team members, she's watching, because she said, I want you to say it and I want to say it. I kept a lot of secrets from, people, obviously. Secrets, like good secrets, that I have a lot of accomplishments, and then it's very, for me, hard. Even saying I have a lot of accomplishments, this is for me, like, very hard to say it. I hate to brag, and I don't want to brag, and that's one of the reasons why I don't share this with anybody. But we have one of them that we helped a lot of, thousands of dispatchers to get access to load board. We were the one that we worked with the DAT to get the self sign up forum. We have all the communication I'll be sharing with you, no problem. So we had a lot of, accomplishments, but I'm not going to, brag here and share. But then, hey, if you wanted to be part of that game, I'll share everything. You will see it. So, other than that, thank you. We good to go. We done what I could have done in just, 2.5 hours, something like that. If you like it, just let me know. If you don't like it, you can also, let me know. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. Have a blessed end of the year, and I wish you like the best year in 2026. And just what I realized that 2026, like this new year resolution, it happens now rather than in January. That's what I realized about like 4 or 5 years ago, about 40 years ago, during the pandemic, let's say. That the 2026 is actually happening right now. It's not, hey, when it comes to like January 1st, this is what I like go to gym and do this early in the morning or something like that. It becomes like everything happens within these 3 months, like October, November, and December. If you prove yourself that you can do something in these months, then obviously in January you will be like good shape. It like means that you can take it from there, right? So when the January hits, you can see that, hey, if you're not doing anything right now, no gym, nothing like that, 2021 will be this. 2026 January will be the exact same. Like, I hate to be the exact same person in 2024, an exact same person in 2025, and that's the game plan that we have, changing everything. Stop teaching. I'll show I build, because I will be building that business and going into buying the trucks, and then from there merging into brokerage, and then obviously hiring people, all that good stuff.